Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Let's answer this question. This question is coming from 2025 Science Paper 2, which is Chemistry, grade 12 of course. So the question reads, the diagrams show the electronic structures of two ions of elements X and Y. We can see here, this is element X and this is Y. All right. The first question is saying, state the group and period of the elements X and Y. All right. So now let's understand the group of this element. Okay. Now, what determines the group of an element on the periodic table? Listen. It is the number of electrons in the outermost shell, the number of electrons in the last shell. Now, I know you may be tempted to count these electrons in the outermost shell. But no. Why? Because this is an ion. It has lost electrons. So, this one before it has 8 electrons, it means that it had another shell with the 1 electron. Okay? Because it has lost what? An electron. Remember, cations, this is a cation, which is a positively charged ion. Cations are formed when a metal loses electrons in the outermost shell. So how many electrons are lost here? Only 1. It's just plus, only 1. So my question is, when I say the number of electrons in the outermost shell determine the group, so in which group is this one? Group 1. Very good. Okay, so the answer here is what? Group 1. Okay. Now, in which period? Now, the number of shells determines the period. So we have, this is shell number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, and the number 4 where there was this single electron here. So it is period 4. Okay? Period 4. The number of electrons in the outermost shell determines the group, while the number of shells determine the what? The period. Okay? So here we have 4 shells. The first one, second, third, and the last one with a single electron. Okay, let's go to Y. Y here is saying group. So the group here, this one, you should take note of something here. This has gained 2 electrons. This one is an ion. Okay? An ion. All right? And an ion is formed when a nonmetal gains electrons. Okay? So this one has gained 2 electrons. This one gains 2 electrons. All right? You can see here. Let me use red. This one and this one. Okay? 2 electrons. Then, so, in which group is this ion? Remember, this one is just gaining, so no electrons are what? Lost. So you just count the number of electrons in the outermost shell for this one. Okay? So you have 1, 2, 3, this one, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So this one is in group 6, is VI. Okay? Group 6. In which period? In which period? This one has 2 shells, 1, 2. So this one is in period what? Period 2. All right. This must be oxygen. All right. Now, it is different from this one. You see how I've answered, right? Very good. Then A2 is saying, name the elements X and Y. Name the elements X and Y. What will help us here to name the elements is the number of protons, right? So we're going to count all proton numbers here. Let me just do this. Okay, so the first shell here is 2 electrons. So 2 plus 8 plus 8. This is 18. 18 plus this one, 19. So you go to the periodic table and look for element number 19. That is potassium. Using group 1. Potassium with a symbol K. That's potassium. That's right, potassium. All right. Then how about Y? Y is oxygen, because it has 8 electrons, 8 proton numbers. The number of protons is 8. Okay, the first 2, so 2 plus 6 in the outermost shell, apart from these 2 foreign electrons, so it will be 8. And the one with 8 electrons, 8 proton numbers, is just what? Oxygen. So here you can write oxygen. Okay, let me just do this. Okay, just write it nicely. Okay, then elements show periodic or group trends. Oh, nice. Give one trend of the group where X belongs. Okay, not group X, of the group. Give one trend of the group where X belonged. One of the trends in group 1 elements is that, number 1, and say, as you go down the group, the reactivity of elements increases. Simple as this. The reactivity of the elements increases. So it means that in group 1 we have this lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, Rb, cesium, which is just the Cs, and francium, which is Fr. So as you go down the group, the reactivity of these elements increases. So if I may ask here, which one is the most reactive element in group 1? Yes, you are right. It is this one. It's francium. Okay? So the least reactive element here, it is the lithium. All right? So it's as simple as this. If you've enjoyed, guys, consider subscribing, like the video, and give us a comment. Okay, let's go to question 6.